Good morning, everyone, esteemed retailers, guests, and colleagues. Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedules to attend the Bushiroad Retailers Conference 2019. My name is Rudy, and I'm the Director of Sales and Development. Today, I'd like to share with you our exciting plans for the coming year. Please take note that there will be a Q&A session after, so kindly hold any questions that you may have for then. Also, please put your phones to silent mode. Before we begin, I'd like to introduce to you the founding father of Bushiroad, Mr. Takaaki Kidani, to say a few words. Mr. Kidani, please.
Hi, good morning, everyone. Thank you for coming today. I'm a CEO of Bushiroad. Also, I'm head of TCG project. As you know, I lived in Singapore from 2014 to 2018. I could get many experience in Singapore. Singapore memory is very good for me. Last July, we could publish our stock in Tokyo stock market. Thank you very much. Appreciate. Today, Bushiroad Retailer Conference. This is a very important conference, I think. Already, we had many cities in Japan: Tokyo, Nagoya, Osaka, Okayama, Fukuoka, Sapporo. In Asia, Taipei, Honshu, Bangkok. Next month, Seoul. Today, Singapore. This is Bushiroad TCG Honki Sengen, means Bushiroad trading card game commitment to retailers, also players. Today, our staff, we explain about our business plan, TCG business plan, and our strategy, also our passion. Please enjoy today this conference. Thank you.
So thank you very much, Mr. Kidani. I'll now begin our presentation. So first up will be Cardfight Vanguard. First, I'd like to talk about the animation for Cardfight Vanguard. Cardfight Vanguard has gone back in time with this new arc that features Shinemon Nita as the main protagonist. For those of you who don't know, Shinemon is the Card Capital store manager from the very first season of Cardfight Vanguard. He was the store manager of Card Capital, where Aichi began his legendary journey into the world of Cardfight Vanguard. So now let's take a look at a quick recap for the animation. In 2011, Aichi began his journey into Vanguard and discovered various ways to play the game while making many friends along the way. At the end of his arc, a new protagonist was introduced, Chrono Shindo. That arc concluded in early 2018 with the introduction of many new mechanics such as Limit Break, Legion, and Generation Strike. Following which, the storyline was rebooted, bringing Aichi back. This time, the story followed the manga more closely and introduced the super popular imaginary gift mechanic, which we see many players enjoy today. So this was Shin Nita in the original Cardfight Vanguard 2011 series, and now this is him 10 years before in his high school days. So some great news for fans of Shinimon. The voice actor Shuta Morishima will also be voicing the high school Shinimon Nita. As most of you probably know by now, Shinimon's main clan is Genesis, and he'll be using brand new units. These units have already been reviewed online, but we'll talk more about them a little later on. So in the Shinimon arc, we see the return of popular characters such as Mark Whiting, who was Aichi's history teacher in the original season, and Riff Shindo, who's Chrono's father. Tatsuya Tachibana is a brand new character. The clans that these three characters use, namely Nubatama, Angel Feather, and Nova Grappler, will be featured in the upcoming VBT07 Infinite Deity Cradle. Now let's take a look at some of the key units from each of their clans. While Hanzo from Nubatama and Godhand Dragon from Nova Grappler are completely brand new units, you might recognize Ergodale from Angel Feather. This unit was originally released in BT06 May 2012. Of course, since then, he's received a great buff and amazing fancy new artwork. These ace units have been reviewed online, and it's a hot topic among players right now. Next, I'd like to introduce all the antagonist characters, the main one being Asuka Hibino. She's the head of a major corporation that is trying to buy over card capital in a hostile takeover. Clans that the antagonists use will be featured in VEB010, The Mysterious Fortune. Now let's look at some of their key units as well. Again, you might recognize Sephiroth from Neo Nectar and Agravain from Gold Paladin. Reason being is, these were originally released in BT08, which was May 2013, and again BT06, May 2012. Of course, these new units also have received major buffs with new abilities and as well as awesome new artwork. Isabel from Great Nature, however, is a completely brand new unit, and her abilities of what she's capable of have not been released anywhere yet. So please stay tuned to our official channels for more information about what all these three units are capable of. So here's a quick synopsis of the current arc. We sincerely hope that you have been enjoying the subtitled version so far, and the good news is the English dub of the first episode will begin airing tomorrow on our YouTube channel. So please like and subscribe to our channel so that you'll be notified of when new episodes are uploaded for both sub and dubbed versions. So as mentioned earlier, let's take a look at Genesis new units used by Shinimon Nita. This new key unit from Genesis will accelerate the speed of gaining force markers to unlock something new called the Astral Plane. So what the Astral Plane is, it's a special rearguard circle where you can call the first ever Grade 5 unit. So Valkyrion, I'm sure the first thing you'll notice about it is its extremely high attack power at 70,000. But not only that, with his ability, he can gain up to 3 drive checks. Take note, however, that these drive checks will enter the soul rather than your hand because of the Astral Plane restriction, and this is also something that Genesis plays around most. So the new Astral Plane has been released online, and we are very happy to say that there has been great interest in this new mechanic. Players are also excited about this unique characteristic as it sets Genesis apart from all the other clans. One topic that has been generating tremendous hype among players online is the potential growth that the Astral Plane mechanic has. And to be honest, we at Bushiroad are excited about what the future holds for this mechanic as well. So VTD09 will feature Shinemon's new cards and mechanics, so please look forward to it. The release for this will be today for the Japanese version and November 15th for the English version. On top of that, for this TD, one thing I'd like to point out is that instead of the usual 3 gift markers that will be provided, there will be 5 gift markers so as to accommodate for the Astral Plane's ability. 1 week after the release of this will be VBT07, where the clans of all the protagonists will be released. VBT07 will contain many new and exciting units, plus some familiar ones that have received power-ups and new abilities. So please check out our schedule for the animation right here. One thing we'd like to highlight and reinforce that for each season, every clan will definitely receive at least 1 power-up, so please stay tuned. So here's a schedule of clans that are going to be supported in the coming months. In the top row is the release schedule for the Japanese version of the products, and the bottom row for the English release. One thing you'll notice is that for the English version, February will be an empty month. This is to avoid the Chinese New Year issues that we face with shipping. So in other exciting news in the world of Cardfight Vanguard, the extremely sought after Bermuda Triangle is getting a new booster release on 31st January 2020. We haven't announced the exact release date yet, so you guys are the first to know about this. We'll be announcing the exact date online after the presentation. Also for this set, popular previously released units such as Riviere, Pacifica, and Coral will return with buffed abilities. Order sheets will be sent out immediately after this presentation. Now it's time to talk about something very exciting for Vanguard. Vanguard Zero. Vanguard Zero being the main content from Bushiroad for the Tokyo Game Show that happened 2 weeks ago, is in its final stages of development and is slated to be launched this year. We are also working on the English version to be launched not too far behind the original Japanese version. Now I'd like to share some features of Vanguard Zero in the coming slides. So the first thing is, Vanguard Zero will feature many nostalgic scenes from the animation, as the story will be based on the original storyline from 2011. The story will be told through live 2D characters as well as original clips from the animation. Of course, Vanguard Zero will be released worldwide, so players will be able to challenge each other from across the world in this streamlined version of Cardfight Vanguard. This will be a great entry point for anyone who wants to step into the wonderful world of card fighting. So besides being able to purchase packs in-game, players will also be able to craft their favorite cards with the materials that they collect whilst playing the game. Now the next feature is called the My Room feature. I'm sure players will want to take a break from intense card fighting, and this will be the perfect place to do it. The amazing thing about this My Room feature is it will have original, fully voiced, never before heard stories from your favorite Cardfight Vanguard characters. On top of that, players can also customize the room with fancy furniture and trophies that they collect while playing the game. You'll also be able to visit other players' rooms to check out who's got the fanciest furniture or the best trophies to see who's got the best bragging rights. so be sure to take a look at your friends' rooms or any other players' rooms that might interest you. Now let's move on to future Card Buddyfight. So after the exciting release of our very first collaboration title, Detective Conan, we are very honored and happy to be able to release Buddyfight's second collaboration title, Bang Dream Girls Band Party Pico, which is now on sale. This title will feature chibi versions of all Bang Dream characters. The fantastic feature about this title will allow you to have all 5 characters on the field instead of just the regular 3. And to celebrate this release, we are having an event in conjunction with Genesis Frontier at Singapore Centre this Saturday, where players will get to enjoy fun-filled Bang Dream activities. They will get to try out these cards at the demo areas and even take part in many more fun activities. So we hope to see you there. Next up on our exciting collaboration list is Idolmaster Cinderella Girls Theatre, which is releasing November 1st, 2019. This will have a new feature that interacts with the Buddy Zone and will be revealed soon, so please stay tuned to our official channels. We have many more new collaboration titles coming up, but unfortunately I won't be able to review them today. So again, please stay tuned to our official channels for more information about these titles. Now let's move back into our awesome main line of products. The next one we have coming up is the Soaring Superior Deity Dragon SBT06. This set features many new cards and even a new attribute for Legend World. The best part about this set is what originated as an April Fool's joke has now come to life in this set. So, what's new about it is the Dangerous Veggies makes its first appearance. For more information about the Dangerous Veggies, please go to our official website, which contains much information about it. And now, for something that we're very excited to announce is that Genesis Frontier will be producing exclusive playmats only available to Singapore and Indonesia. To my knowledge, these playmats are very limited, so you should place your orders ASAP. And fortunately for everyone, Sharon is right here, so you can approach her immediately after the presentation to place more orders. And now for the first time ever, for Buddyfight English version, we will be doing a re-collection which is similar to a revival collection for Cardfight Vanguard. This set will contain the most popular cards in the world of Buddyfight all in one product. Not only are these cards highly sought after, they will also be reprinted in never before seen styles where the cards will be extremely shiny and frameless, so that players can appreciate the full beauty of the artwork for future Card Buddyfight. And now if you thought this would be exciting, the next slide is brand new information which we've never released online anywhere else yet, so you will be the first to know about it. What we're going to do on 20th September at the end of the year is the Collector's Glory set. So similar to Vanguard Collector's set sold at Kara Expo USA in limited quantities, that was exclusive to Kara Expo USA, we have created this Collector's Glory set for all Buddyfight fans worldwide. We have a product sample that we will be showing you later, and this product will also, Terence is holding it right there. And this product will also be printed in limited quantities again. So similar to the special playmats that Genesis Frontier will be doing, I suggest that after this, you approach Sharon to see how many pieces you can get ASAP, because it is truly in limited quantities. The order sheets for this will be released immediately after this presentation as well. So here's a quick recap of the products that are releasing till the end of the year for Buddyfight. I do believe that most of you should have received or will be receiving our product release schedule posters. So please, if you can, put this up on your shops so that your players know what products are coming up for the end of the year. Alright, so we know that the Buddyfight animation has come to an end and a lot of players are sad about it, and so are we at Bushiroad. However, we are very happy to announce that the stories for the Buddyfight universe are far from over. Check out these translated side stories of new characters that continue to flesh out the world of Buddyfight. They are available on our English website for free. Not only that, our Buddyfight team has been working very hard to produce videos that come up every week called This Week in Buddyfight, which showcase everything or new information about Buddyfight that was shown that week. And now let's talk about Weiss Schwarz. I know that most retailers here buy Weiss Schwarz Japanese versions instead of the English versions. So please bear with me while I talk about the localization titles of Weiss Schwarz that we have for the coming months. So starting with Bang Dream Girls Band Party Volume 2, this product releases 18th October with a booster pack, and one thing I'd like to highlight about this set is that it will have 75 different signed cards. Next up will be Rascal Does Not Dream of Bunny Girl Senpai. This is a new entry to our Weiss Schwarz series and will release November 15th with a Trial Deck Plus and booster pack. Next is a popular Fate series. This is the 6th series for Fate, and this will release December 13th with a booster pack. Alright, Goblin Slayer. Goblin Slayer in the Western market is extremely popular, and many of the players have been requesting for it for a very long time, and we are very happy to announce that we finally managed to attain it. This will release January 31st with a booster pack and Trial Deck Plus. Last but not least, we have Sword Art Online Alicization. The key thing about this release is that there will be a new mechanic, basically giving a new way to play SAO decks. This set releases February 28th, 2020 with a Trial Deck Plus and booster pack. So for all the WS Japanese retailers that buy, in case you missed the release dates and titles that are coming up, please take a moment to check this out. Okay, now we're going to move into English original titles. As most of you know, this year we had 2 English original titles. The first was Card Captor Sakura, and the second was Batman Ninja. And these were very well received, especially in the Western markets such as North America. We are very, very happy to announce that we will be doing 2 more English original titles next year, and we've already confirmed which 2 titles we are doing. Of course, I can't tell you which titles we are going to do right now, but I can personally assure you that these are very major titles, and if you guys don't buy WS English products, I believe these titles will make you want to buy the English products moving forward. Now, I'd like to touch on something that we've been working on for the past 2 years with Genesis Frontier, which is the school outreach program, starting in 2017. In March 2017 till May 2017, Buddyfight was used as part of the character building program for 20 primary schools in Singapore. We're happy to announce that this reached approximately 10,000 primary school students throughout the country, and they were given bookmarks and goodie bags featuring Buddyfight characters. In the following slide, we will show that we were also working to promote Cardfight Vanguard in schools in Singapore, but this time we did not only approach primary schools but secondary schools as well. We approached 12 secondary schools and 8 primary schools for Cardfight Vanguard. Many interactive sessions were held in these schools to help students find their own character strengths in relation to the characters from Cardfight Vanguard. For this, we managed to reach approximately 6,000 students, and a lot of students were very happy with the goodie bags given out, which contained Cardfight Vanguard products. We hope to be able to continue working with Genesis Frontier on such ventures that will help produce a brand new generation of card game players. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank Genesis Frontier for this initiative, and we hope to continue this success for many years to come. Alright, for this, I'm personally super excited to announce our latest project called Bushiroad Fighters Navigator, or Bushi Navi for short. So Bushi Navi, its aim is to be the one-stop solution for all Bushiroad games and tournaments. Its aim is to increase efficiency in running tournaments and as a means for players to track their own performance of the games that they've been playing over the years. We are currently working on adding more features that will benefit both tournament organizers and attendees. Of course, unfortunately, again, I'm unable to reveal more, but more updates on this project will be announced as it nears completion, because this project is slated to launch 2020, so please look forward to it. Now I'd like to talk about the Bushiroad Championship Series, or BCS for short. As most of you know, BCS 2019 is currently ongoing, but I thought we'd like to share some information with you that you might not know. For BCS 2019, we are very happy to announce that tournaments are being held in 27 locations in 5 continents across the world. This is definitely an increase from BCS 2018. On top of that, there are 4 brand new locations that we've never ever held a BCS regional at before. These locations are Vietnam, Puerto Rico, Peru, and Costa Rica. And just as a reminder, BCS Singapore is being held next weekend, 5th, 6th October, so retailers, please remind your players to get ready for intense competitions for those 2 days. As you know, the winners of each of the games will be given a sponsored invite to the World Finals, which will be held in Tokyo, Japan. The date has been confirmed for January 19th, 2020, and will be held at Asakusa Bashi, Hewlett Hall and Conference. Now I've come to the end of my presentation. However, I'm very excited to introduce to you Keita Mori, who will be talking about a brand new card game called Rebirth. Mori-san, please.
Hello everyone, I'm Keita Mori, Director of the TCG Marketing Japan. Let me introduce our brand new TCG named Rebirth for you. The game Rebirth for You is designed by the company Yuhodo. With Yuhodo, we've already produced a game like a Vanguard, Bushiroad, so please look for it. And the game experience for the Rebirth will be for very casual. One game takes only 10 to 15 minutes to finish. Not too much difficult, not too much long. If you know the past brand called Victory Spark, the game for the Rebirth is very similarly to the Victory Spark. So if you love the game, you will love it. And the cards for the Rebirth looks like this, cute mini characters. So let me tell you our launch date, March 19th, 2020, with the 4 trial starter decks available at the MSRP 1,000 Japanese yen. Not only Rebirth itself, of course for the Rebirth we will have a mini anime before the launch. And not only the Rebirth itself, but also we will have the partner collaboration lineup. The first one is Girls Band Party Pico. And the second one from Kadokawa, Isekai Quartet. The third one, our brand, Reviews the Light Relive. The next one, Gochi Usa, is the order I love it. And finally, this is a new one. The Toho project will be joining our Rebirth project. So let me wrap up for the release schedule. We will have a 4 starter decks on March 19th at the 1,000 Japanese yen. For more information to be announced. Alright, that's it for now. Thanks for listening. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mori-san. We've come to the end of our presentations, and thank you for your kind attention.